how about in the interest of time, we'll go ahead and get started. They'll give me a little bit of chance to share about what is happening here in Minnesota for those of you who perhaps don't have your boots on the ground or ear into all the spaces quite yet. So Fatima Moore is my name, and I am the executive director for SotaCann, and SotaCann is the cannabis trade association here in Minnesota. I often tell people if you're unclear what that means, essentially think of a chamber of commerce, perhaps in your state, who represents the interest of said businesses who are a part of its membership base. That's what SotaCann is. We are essentially the chamber of commerce for the cannabis industry here in Minnesota, and we've been a thing for the last 3 years. Formerly, we were called MMA, Minnesota Marijuana Association. When I came on as the ED, I decided to change the name and make it Minnesota centric, right? Soda can, it tends like it come on Minnesota soda. It just made sense to me. And we decided to go ahead and change the name. Like I said, we are a membership based organization. We are technically a nonprofit. We have a functioning board who meets at all the required times of the year that our Secretary of State requires, which is at least quarterly. We have a functioning board. They have fiduciary responsibilities, and it is our goal to ensure that the cannabis industry here in Minnesota is reputable, is supported, and that people know what they don't know as we are literally building the plane as it's being built. We do our work in a multitude of ways. We advocate at the legislature, so we've been boots on the ground even since before cannabis became legal. Oops, here in Minnesota, to most recently in our 2025 session when someone had the great idea to increase the tax on the cannabis sales here in Minnesota. We did not support that, and we're going to continue fighting against it as well in the future sessions. We also provide engagement and educational opportunities. So an event like this, for example, and we do these types of events with our membership. And so LeafLink and Dama are part of our cohort of folks who are, again, helping to educate and ensure that folks know what they don't know as they are either starting businesses, applying for licenses, figuring out partnership agreements, etc. We have a range of people and resources to help folks get set up. We have a website. Go online, check us out, reach out to me if you have any questions around what we do or how we do it and how we can be of support to you as well. So without further ado, oh, note, I am recording this, so we'll be able to share the recording if you so choose to receive it. But I'm gonna kick it off and hand it over to two folks who have been doing this thing for much longer than I have been, actually. And so without further ado, Kate, I'm gonna hand it over to you, and then we can go through the entire process.
Thanks, Fatima. Well, hi all, very welcome. My name is Kate Biggs. I'm our Director of Sales here at LeafLink. If you don't know who LeafLink are and what we do, we are a B2B marketplace that essentially facilitates sales between cannabis brands, distributors, and retailers. So we try and connect the dots and effectively give you guys the tools to like streamline your whole cannabis operation. You all are at a really exciting point with your market and the life cycle that it's in. And this is the point where Alex and I love to get in and meet with people and discuss different best practices for you guys to set up your businesses for success for the years to come. So, what we're going to do today is Alex is going to give you an overview of the marketplace, and then Charlie is going to give you an overview of Dama Financial. And what I'd really encourage and ask you guys to do is treat Charlie and treat Alex like your consultants. If you guys want to learn more about any of these offerings or best practices for businesses starting out, please book time with either of them because they have done this over and over again with a number of different markets that have expanded or at the stage that you guys are at, and they've seen it all. Literally everything. So we can just share this playbook of best practices that we have And whether we develop a partnership from it through LeafLink or through Dama, that's all well and good, but we have a lot of knowledge to share that we would love for you guys to utilize. So I'll kick it over to Alex, who can dive into the LeafLink offering and give you guys a little bit more insight onto that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. As Kate had mentioned, my name is Alex. I am an account executive here at LeafLink, and my main job is to set up new markets as they come online with cannabis. So think Minnesota, Kentucky, New York, Alabama, etc. This will be the fourth or fifth state that I have now set up for LeafLink. So have definitely seen quite a few states throughout different stages of that cycle. Also would say Minnesota so far is the one that's impressed me the most, I think, in terms of how they set the license structure up with how the canopies are working in the state. It's definitely one that I've been most excited about since I've been at LeafLink. But with all that being said, like Kate mentioned, we are the largest business-to-business wholesale cannabis marketplace in the industry and here in the country. We help about 12,000 different companies throughout 32 markets. We're facilitating a little bit over $400 million a month in wholesale transactions, which roughly accounts for about 52% of all cannabis sales within the industry. And so, Charlie, if yep, perfect. So, what LeafLink does is it can really help your wholesale business sell your products more simply to retailers. So, you are empowered with an online menu similar to, something you might see on Amazon or even if you just went to Walmart's website, except for this is business to business and the products are weed, so it's a lot more fun. Furthermore, we can help you with your payments as well. Retailers and wholesalers are able to link their bank accounts via a partner of ours, Plaid, and you can use that to ACH wire funds over for a specific order that you are buying. And it just eliminates that need to put cash on a truck and all of the risk that goes in with that as well. And then, another huge piece of this industry is obviously compliance. So we integrate with the two largest compliance softwares in the industry, which are Metric and BioTrack. I will kind of get into that a little bit more in the demo, but broadly speaking, COAs, batch inventory, that gets pushed into LeafLink, and then you're able to manifest directly out of LeafLink, which should save you a lot of time and energy. Um, like I said a little bit earlier, from the wholesale perspective, you're going to have that online menu, but you're also going to be able to track your finished good inventory in LeafLink. You will have a CRM built in natively, so you don't need to go out to another software. It really helps you keep track of your customers and making sure that you are doing the sales that you need to do with the people who have not maybe ordered in a while, or you're just making sure that you're getting them products that maybe they've never ordered from you in the past. And again, the metric piece and BioTrack as well. And then finally, on top of that, we also have advertising opportunities. We have data insights. The data insights has honestly been my favorite tool at LeafLink since I've joined. I'm a little bit of a data nerd, not quite as much as one of our participants on the call, Dom Gayton. I'll give him a little shout out. But the data insights, what that allows you to do is you can actually see the transactions that are happening on LeafLink within your state, so you can ensure that you're keeping your products at a competitive price and see how much of the market you're winning. Because, at the end of the day, this is an industry, there's going to be competition, and you want to make sure that you're staying on top of the competition. So from there, I'm going to jump into a very basic demo. I'm not going to go too in depth just for time purposes, but what I will show you is exactly how a retailer can shop on our platform, how they find brands, how they find products, and then how that order comes through from the wholesaler side. Typically speaking, I like questions. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to interrupt and I'll do my best to answer them. Let's see. Can everybody see my screen where it says product spotlight here?
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you. So this is a demo environment of LeafLink. This is what a retailer sees when they log into our platform. One thing to note, typically there is a large banner advertisement here. It's a really great ad to advertise your brand, but also advertise maybe a new product line that you're launching, or if you're new to LeafLink and someone knows you for a specific product, using that placement to showcase, hey, we're on LeafLink now. We have the best SKU in the state. You can pick it up here. We typically highlight new brands here for the first 30 days to help them get a little bit of new traction, as well as allowing them to continue that advertisement after they've been on board. There are two main ways that retailers shop on LeafLink. They both live within our shop tab. They can shop by brands. So every brand in your state is going to be listed alphabetically. So as you scroll down, you can see each individual brand with their logos. However, they can also search for your brand. So if they wanted to search for the brand Happy Hour, they can type that in pretty simply, click on the logo, and that is going to show us Happy Hour's menu and the different offerings that they have on LeafLink. So once they get to the menu, you have your banner, your logo. One thing important to note, they can message you directly within our application so that you don't need to use text messages, emails, etc. But you can also link your website here as well. You can put an email address, you can put a phone number. Ideally, it is making it as easy as possible for them to get in contact with you. And then as the retailer scrolls down, they can see your different product lines and all the different products that you offer. So in the event that you are, well, when you integrate with Metric and they click on the product here, it's going to push those COAs into LeafLink so that they can see all the testing results for this specific product. And then they can actually download the PDF of the COA directly from your menu. Like any other e-commerce site, they can simply add a quantity, add to cart, and it's now living in their cart. The other way that they shop for products is on our shop products tab. And there's two ways they can do that. So they can filter. So if they came to LeafLink and they said, hey, we really just want to search for all the flour that's categorized as flour on LeafLink, they can filter by flour. They can scroll down, and then anything that's categorized as flour will show up here. They can also search for a specific product. So if they wanted to search for, let's say, a cart, and they type in cart, anything that has the word cart in the name of the product or in the product description will then show up here on LeafLink. Once they click on this, again, it's going to show more information about that product, and they can simply just add it to their cart. Like any other e-commerce platform, once they're ready to check out, they proceed to their cart. Here is where they're going to set their payment terms. So if they want to wire you directly via LeafLink's direct pay solution, or if they want to pay you off platform, both are possible. They can also add any order notes and delivery preferences. We do see a lot of dispensaries saying, hey, we only accept deliveries on Tuesday. Please only deliver on a Tuesday. And that will show on your invoice once that order's been placed. And again, like any other e-commerce platform, they just simply check out and they get an order confirmation. Can everybody see my screen again where it says orders received here at the top?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So this is the wholesaler's instance of LeafLink. Again, we're still in the demo environment here, so this is not real orders. But this is the order that we just placed as the Michigan buyer. This is all done in real time. So when an order is placed on LeafLink, it is instantly sent to the seller for them to review and ultimately decide whether or not they want to reject or accept the order. Once this order has been accepted, it will notify the dispensary that their order has been accepted. And that way they are keeping up on the status and they know that, they don't need to call them and ask, hey, what's going on with that order? They know that it's been accepted. Furthermore, in the event that they wanted to make a change to this order or they needed to change some information about it here, they can pop open the order here. They can edit any of the products. So if the retailer said, hey, we wanted to add this, we forgot to, they can simply do that here. And again, that's where this compliance metric integration is going to come in play. You're also going to be able to attach the packages, split packages directly based on what's in metric, and then apply that to the manifest when you're ready. We also have a very helpful order management tool. So what's nice about this is it really centralizes all of your orders in one place so that everybody within the organization can track them all at once. So, hey, maybe that sales rep is the person who accepted the order, but it's on your fulfillment team to fulfill that order. Once that order has been fulfilled by the fulfillment team, they will then see in LeafLink, okay, that order's been fulfilled. I can let the retailer know they should expect the order in the next couple days. And oh, by the way, the fulfillment team also put in that they're going to ship it out on Friday the 17th. And then ultimately the order's been shipped. Again, This is going to be a tool that really helps you centralize your business and keep things clean, especially as you grow. What we often see in this industry is a lot of companies, you know, things work with Excel spreadsheets and PDF menus for a little bit, but once you get past that, 15 to 20 customer threshold, running a business in Excel spreadsheets and PDFs becomes very clunky and a lot of things get missed and it's not centralized in one place. And this is the tool that's going to help you do that. And it's going to help you grow cleanly. Finally, you can mark that order as complete. Typically, what this is going to mean is, hey, the retailer received the order. It's been, we've gotten paid on that order. So we're going to come here and mark it as paid as well. If they're paying you in LeafLink, it'll auto fill this and say, hey, it's been marked as paid, and you hit apply. This is a great little tool to double check your books. You can track your accounts receivable in LeafLink just again to make sure that you're staying up to date with everything that you need to stay up to date with. The other piece I want to highlight here is our customers tab. So what's great about LeafLink is you don't need to go out and use a separate CRM. You can track all of your customers here in one place, and each one of them is going to have a profile within your instance. What's helpful about this profile is that you can add any contacts in here. So let's say you met someone at the dispensary who maybe they don't have a LeafLink login, but you want to still track them in LeafLink. You can certainly do that. And you can actually still email them your LeafLink menu directly from LeafLink so long as their contact information is in here. You can also edit any of the information. So you can put in their primary phone, you can put in their primary email, whatever you really want, you can kind of put in this profile. And furthermore, and one of the most important pieces, in my opinion, especially as a salesperson, is the customer status. So as a sales rep, I want to make sure that I am marking the leads that I'm working with, marking off if I dropped a sample off at that dispensary. You can do that all here to, again, make sure that you are staying on top of your customers and you're getting them the reorders that they need, or if they're a lead, that you're getting that deal closed. One great other piece about those customer statuses as well is you're going to have that pipeline. You're going to have that funnel wrong tab, the sales funnel here. So that way your customers, or pardon me, whether it's a manager or, hey, everybody in the business, we know exactly how many clients we have. And that's just obviously really important to know as a business. How many clients are we working with? When was the last time someone placed an order in the last couple of weeks? Like all of these things are going to help you run your business more efficiently. There's obviously some other tools and I'd be happy to, set up further calls to do more in-depth demos, but that is really the nuts and the bolts of our platform. And I'm going to kick it over to Charlie now to talk about Dama Financial. Anyone is more than welcome to ask any questions at the end of the call.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. I really appreciate you showing the demo. So everyone, Dama Financial, we are the largest cannabis banking provider nationwide. We are part of the LeafLink company, so it's an amazing overall umbrella where you can do banking and the marketplace all within one platform. So really the point of this call is to let you guys know that there are options out there for cannabis banking. When states come online, a lot of people don't know that you don't have to go with a local provider. Cannabis banking can be very compliance heavy and complex, and we want to make that as easy for you as possible. So who is Dama? Dama Financial, we provide FDIC insured business bank accounts to cannabis companies throughout the entire United States. Currently, we work with over 100 or 1,000 license holders, processing over $15 billion in transactions. We do operate in every state that cannabis is legalized in. And we have four main products: the Premier Checking Account, which is the cannabis-friendly bank account; interest-bearing account, which is a business savings account; electronic smart safe; and secure credit card. All these tools are aligned with the marketplace to streamline your operation. And at the end of the day, we believe that every business should have access to transparent and compliant banking. So the Premier Checking Account, it essentially protects your money, and it's a full FDIC insured account. So there's no limits on ACH, wire, or check deposits, and you can securely deposit your cash. You have full transparency without having to worry about your account being shut down because you're cannabis. And we have 6 different user level access, anything from read only to scheduler to full authorized signer for every part of your operation. Cash pickups, we do partner with local armored car partners that can come pick up your cash whenever you want. They can come weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or you can just schedule them whenever you want. We also have a mobile app, which makes it really easy to bank. You can deposit checks directly from your phone, transfer money. It's a really easy user interface and works with both Apple and Android devices. We do have interest-bearing accounts. These are a way that you could save money. I like to think of it as free money, essentially. Make your money work for you. So obviously you're going to have a lot of money coming in an account, but there's no fee to have money in the interest-bearing account. You can earn up to 1.75%, and it's tied directly to the bank account. So if you need to transfer the money back and forth, you can do that, but you can also earn money during that time. It's free money. The electronic smart safes is a great way to manage your cash. So it's essentially a safe located in your the back of your operation, which allows you to deposit the cash into the safe, and Dama will front a provisional credit to your account next business day. So even though cash is physically located at your operation, the funds will show up in your bank account next business day. Once the safe gets 80 to 90% full, we'll have an armored car carrier come pick up the cash and just keep reloading it. The three main advantages are it counts 8 bills a second, it detects fraudulent bills, and it makes it easier for you to manage your accounts receivable. So you can do payroll, pay vendors, pay taxes, everything you need to do, all without having to worry about taking the cash directly to the bank or waiting for the armored car carrier to come a week, 2 weeks, or a month. We have 2 safe sizes. This one holds 4,400 physical bills, and this one holds 15,000 physical bills. So it's a great way to manage your cash. We have the secure credit card, which allows you to make basic purchases for your business. As people would probably think that aren't in the cannabis industry, this is something that's not common, getting access to a debit or a secure credit card, but it's a great tool that can help make purchases like paper, anything on Amazon you can purchase, and you get 1% back on your statement. There's no fee for this. It comes with the bank account. There's no credit check, and the money's backed by the funds you can put in the Holy account. And at the end of the day, we want to focus on what are the advantages between us and a local bank. For us, it's very quick to open the account. It normally takes about 1 to 2 weeks. We don't charge for electronic deposits. So when you receive ACH wires and checks, there's no fee for those. We do cover the entire state of Minnesota, so it doesn't matter if you're one of the bigger cities or in some of the rural areas, we have the entire state covered, and you're not limited on deposits. So there's different things that different banks do, but they might limit you on check deposits or wire deposits, or might not even allow international transfers, and we do allow that. All the accounts are FDIC insured, and we have over 1,000 licenses working with us for a reason. We've been doing it for over 9 years. We know everything that goes into cannabis banking, and we'd love the opportunity to work with you. If you have any questions, this is my email. We will send some collateral right after this call, but we are actively working on a promotion with SotaCann to give you 3 free months. So that way you get to try the account, make sure it's a good fit, but you wouldn't be charged for your first 3 months. And really want to appreciate you guys for hopping on the call and listening for both the marketplace and the banking side. And that's everything I have to say.